What's up, Rider fam? Welcome back to a brand new whip review. I'm here at Audi with a Chapo, and today I have with me the 2024 Audi Q5. In this video, I'm going to tell you the top 5 things that you need to know about this car right here. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future, and also enjoy the other reviews that I already have on the channel. And now, without further ado, let's get in the review. I am Ceezy and you're in my world. Let's ride. This is the 2024 Audi Q5. So we're gonna take a quick walk around the exterior, starting with the front. So this gorgeous color that you're looking at here, shiny color, this is the Glacier White Metallic. So it's a pretty cool color here under the sun. All right, so now front element here. So you have the LED headlights and you have daytime running light, or DRL, and dynamic turn signal on it as well. Let me show that real quick. So here's the dynamic turn signal. All right, so now going lower on this panel right here, this is a piece of design and it's matte silver. So before, in a previous model, this was vertical. This matte silver piece, it was vertical, but on this one right here, on the 2024, they have it horizontal. So this is pretty cool right here. And you still have this bulb or sensor for the adaptive cruise control, good safety feature in the car. All right, in the center, you have the massive grille right here. This is the Audi single frame grille, signature grille right here for Audi. So you can see, so one thing they did on it as well, so they changed the pattern. So before you had the honeycomb pattern on it, but this year they settled for some rectangular type shape on it. And you have those bars that are going down, looking like the bars that go down on the Spider-Man costume or something like that. So this is what it's reminding me of. All right, and you have this matte gray surrounding the grille. So if you have the black optic package on the car, so this piece, everything that is matte gray or chrome would be blacked out, but there's no black optic package on that one. And if you can get your hand on one with black optic, I definitely encourage to get that, because I love the black. It complements everything around the car and the color as well. All right, so to the bottom here, you have a matte gray lip or front spoiler, and you do have a split here that will channel air through and let the engine cool off as you're driving, just like the grille will do that as well. So just let the air go through, cool off the radiator and the engine as you're driving. So this is what you have to the front here. So let's keep going to the side. So this car stands on 19-inch wheels, and those rims are pretty cool because they have that matte finish to it. So you have the matte gray on the inside, and you have the face that is looking matte silver, or not even chrome because it's not shiny, but it's matte silver, and the inside is matte gray. So bicolor rims right here, very cool. And it says Audi Sport on it, just to let you know which factory this car came out of. 19-inch wheel, that's what you have here, and there's plenty of space within the wheel arch. So I feel like you can fit 20-inch wheels, because the SQ5 can have 20-inch wheels on it. So this is what you have here. All right, so now let's keep going. So mirror cap is body color. So if you have black optic, it would be black. And you have the frame around the window that is matte silver or close to chrome. So if you have the black optic, this would be blacked out as well. And same thing with the roof rack right here. So you can place a rack on top of the car if you need to carry extra storage, if you need to carry bikes, keys, whatever you want to carry on top of the car. And at the bottom of the door, so you have this matte gray seal that looks like a skirt and make the car look sportier from the side. So very cool design here, and you can see the short cargo size at the back. So very cool design. This car is pretty practical, and the body lines are looking great on the car, starting from the front here, and they follow all the way to the back. They are popping, showing accents. They're not bold, nothing flushed, so everything is just accentuated on the car. So you can see the body lines are popping out, very sharp, and just like they designed the car, that's exactly how they produced it. So this is great right here. The Audi design language is great. All right, so now let's keep going to the back. So right here you have a roof spoiler, so that's gonna help the car greatly with aerodynamics, but also it helps the car with the look as well. So from the back it looks great, and from the side as well. So great end right here for the roof. All right, so Audi logo here. So you have this matte gray bar or matte silver bar that just stretches across the entire back of the car and also goes underneath the light. So this is a pretty cool design right here, and this reminds me of the back of the Q7. They look very, this car typically I would say that it looks like a miniature version of the Q7, just a smaller version of it, because they have the same features. So it's pretty cool to see that. All right, and you have LED tail lights on the car as well. Let me show that with dynamic turn signal. There you go, and that's it right here. So Q5 badge right there. So you have two reflectors, one on each side, and you have the light for the reverse inside the reflectors as well. So one thing about the light is that if you go to a prestige model, or if you go to the SQ5, then you can get the OLED panels in the light. So it's a pretty cool light system that Audi came out with OLED panels that can do all kinds of different shapes and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But the prestige models, or maybe the European models, will have it, because I haven't seen one like this in the US yet, but they do have it. All right, so now at the bottom here, so you have this sporty diffuser. So you have a lot of matte silver and matte gray elements to it. So if you had black optic package, everything that is matte gray here, this bar, the logo, the badge right there, so the bumper, everything would be blacked out. So this is how it is right now. And you do not have visible functional exhaust on the bumper because they are behind and they are facing the ground. So this is just a piece of design right here. All right, so this is what you have at the back. Pretty elegant, so nothing to complain about on this car. So let's keep going. So as you can see from the side, this car is not too long. It offers great dimensions. So this car is 184 inches long, 74 inches wide, and 65 inches tall. So these are great proportions, and you can guarantee to have great space inside the car, and that's for sure. We're gonna see that soon. All right, so now before I get in, we have the keyless entry on all four doors. So all you gotta do is place your hand behind the handle and you unlock the car just like this. So one cool thing about this car is that it's sharing the same handle as the A5 and I believe the A4 as well. So this handle, it comes up, so when you pull it, instead of going on the outside, so it just comes up, and that helps you just pull the door easily. So you're not gonna be jamming your door or anything like that. So this is what you have here. So now when you're outside, if you have your key in your pocket or in your backpack, all you gotta do is tap the sensor you have on the door and you lock the car just like this. There's a crease on it to indicate where the sensor is, so you're not tapping everywhere, you're not knowing where it is. So it's very clear right here. So that's what you have here. So now we're going to check out the interior. All right, so hopping inside the Q5. So you have the Audi quality that you expect to get here. So everything is all leather, it's premium, so it's luxury inside the car. So you cannot expect any less. All right, so here, all leather steering wheel, feels very good when you're holding it. So the door, so you have this wood trims inside the car, so they follow from the door to the dashboard and all the way to the other door. And you have the same trim in the center console as well. So it's a very polished, it has that clear coat finish on it. So it's not the exposed wood that you get in some version of Audi, but this one is the polished one with the clear coat on it. All right, so all leather door, so it's pretty cool. So you have a brown interior right here just to complement the brown wood. So that's pretty cool interior. So a lot of times I'm very perplexed about the brown colors, but it works, to be honest. So some people will love it, some people don't, but it's just your preference pretty much. All right, so this is what you have here. So all leather seats, so these are the comfort seats. They're not the sport bucket seats, so this is a premium plus model. So you just get comfort seats in it. It's not an S-line either, so you do not get like sportier stuff in it, but it's still a little bit sport inspired because it gives you that support to the side. So great seat. So you're gonna sit here comfortably. It just feels very like spongy or something that has a lot of cotton in it, so it's pretty cool. So you definitely know that you're gonna be sitting here comfortably for long rides or any whatsoever. All right, and you can see all the stitching on it as well, so attention to detail right here, and part of the luxury you get in the car. All right, so here you have a all leather armrest as well. You can see stitching all over it, and there is storage here, two cup holders right here. All right, so all leather shift knob right there, so climate control, MMI system, virtual cockpit, so everything is well laid out here. And then let's see how much storage. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of storage in this car right here. Wow, And the doorbell is big as well. So this is what you have here, and there is additional storage on this side here. Maybe you can place your sunglasses in here. So this is pretty cool. Ton of storage up front. And at last element here, you have this panoramic sunroof that stretches all the way back. So this is great right here. And personally, I love sunroofs in the car, and big ones like this always impress me because I just love the view of the sky in the car. And people at the front can enjoy it, and people at the back can as well. So this is perfect right here. So this is what you have to the front. We're about to check out the back. Okay, let's see. All right, so now at the back of the Q5. All right, so let's get this out the way. So same comfort at the back as up front. So the seats, comfort seats, they feel very comfortable, spongy or cloud feeling like. I don't know if you ever felt a cloud, but this is what it feels like. It feels like a cotton. So very cool. So one cool thing about this car is that you're able to slide the seats forward and back. So there's a lever underneath. You can pretty much slide it forward and back. So that's pretty cool. So that way you can either create more leg room, or if you need to create more space in the cargo, then you can just move it forward. So that's perfect. And on top of it, you can fold them as well to get even more space at the back here if you want to load more stuff in the car. And the center and the left side, they move together, but the right side, it moves independently. So that's perfect right here. Okay, so now leg room is great, knee room is great. So I have the driver's seat in my driving position. All right, so I'm 5'11", and I'm sitting here pretty comfortably. Look at me. And I have great knee room. So they have this curve or crease in the back of the seat where my knee can pretty much fit in it. So this is what you have here. This is great. Great knee room. And leg room is great as well because I can move my foot underneath the seat in front of me. Plenty of space here. I don't even need to talk about headroom. This car is pretty tall, 65 inches tall. So you're guaranteed to have all that headroom. So look at it. If you are over 6 feet, you're gonna be sitting here comfortably, no worries at all. So it's gonna be a pleasure driving or riding at the back of this car. All right, so in the center, there's another climate control here. You can change the temperature independently from the ones up front. All right, and you do have 2 USB ports here for charging and a 12-volt socket. So that's what you have here. So let's check out the back. All right, let's see how it's looking at the back. So let's pop the hatch open. There we go. So there's a button on it. You can stop it at any time when you have enough space. So right here, you just press the button. So when you press it again, it's gonna go down. You're gonna stop it again, stop it, and then press it. It's gonna go all the way up. So that's how it works. So you have this hatchback right here. So one thing, all the hatchbacks, they're so practical because they give you all that space, like to place your item at the back of the car. So this is so easy to load stuff into the cargo area. So this is great right here. All right, and the dimension is going to show right here. Power of editing, there you go. All right, so now this car, as you can see here, it comes with the racks already. So this is the racks that we place on top of the car if you need to carry extra stuff. So this is perfect right here. So this car comes ready. All right, and you have all the mats. You have all weather mats in here that comes with the car. So all these are things that you can check with the dealership just to see if the car has all of those stuff before you buy it. All right, so this is perfect. It's a lot of space here. I'm not gonna be able to do my usual test because there's so much stuff at the back, but you can see all the dimensions and see how deep it is, and you can fold the seats at the back. All right, so now let's put this thing down. Press the button. It's gonna come all the way down. It's a power tailgate. All right, so now we're gonna go up front to talk about the infotainment system. Okay, now back up front. All right, so we're gonna talk about the infotainment system. So we have 2 parts here. So we have the virtual cockpit and the MMI system here with the climate control. All right, so typically in most Audis, you have the Audi front box underneath the armrest, but this car do not have a wireless charger. So there's storage here and that's it. All right, but you do have a USB-C port in here for faster connection to the MMI system and also for fast charging because USB-C is fast. All right, so right here in the center of the dashboard, so you do have those buttons. This is the old school climate control. I say old school because most of the recent models such as the A6, A7, Q7, Q8, they all have, even the A8 as well, and some other ones, So they have two screens, one for the MMI and one for the climate control. So this one right here is just the old school one with the physical buttons so that you can click. And when you click on something, you can hear a click, and even the buttons feel premium in the car. So this is great quality material here. All right. And one cool thing about this is that it has a hidden menu. So to see it, all you gotta do is hover your hand or finger over the buttons, and it's gonna reveal every other piece of the menu. So this is great. You can do it on top or at the bottom. So this is perfect right here. And all you gotta do is click up and down, just for example to raise the fan speed, and that's it. All right, so you have two big radio buttons or dials here to raise and lower your temperature as you're driving. So a lot of drivers love this system because it seems very convenient, because when you're driving, you know where the button is, you can just reach and do whatever you need to. All right, and here you do have the heated seat function as well, so 3 levels. So that's what you have here for the climate control. All right, so now right on top of it, you have this 10-inch screen, which is the MMI system. It has all the settings for the car and phone. Everything is gonna be here. So it's a very fluid touchscreen. It's just like your phone. It's very responsive. And one cool thing about it is that you can hear a click when you click on something, and also there's a haptic feedback that you get when you click on it, just to let you know that you clicked on something. This is pretty cool. And also the icons are really big, so you're not gonna be clicking on something by mistake. All right. So I like to go to Audi Drive Select. Nice render of the car, pretty cool. All right, so now on the driver's side, you do have the Audi Virtual Cockpit Plus. All right, so it's an HD 12-inch screen, so it's pretty cool right here. And you can see information about the car, see consumption, short-term memory, long-term memory, energy consumers such as the AC or heated steering. So when you have the heated steering on, it's gonna show here as well in consumption. And they have something they added this year, which is the driver state estimation. So if you're taking long trips, so as you're driving, depending on the duration of the trip, then it can evaluate how tired the driver will be. All right. And also you do have the driver assistance here, such as the lane keeping assist is going to show here in the center. Then you have access to your media, you have access to your phone, and this one do not have the navigation here on the virtual cockpit. But if you have the license for it, or if you have the option paid for on the car, then you're gonna have it here. And also you have two views. You can make the RPMs go lower or the speed to go smaller, and then you can see more details in the back menu, such as the music is gonna show bigger with more details, and also the information about the car will show with more details as well. All right, so it's pretty cool system here, and it's very user friendly at all. Nothing overwhelming about the system. It's user friendly, anyone can use it. All right, so at last you have the Bang & Olufsen sound system in this car, which I love. It has 3D sound effect that will give you concert like sound in the car, and you have 19 speakers as standard in the car, so you're gonna be surrounded by amazing sound. So this is what you have here. That's perfect. All right, just love this system. So now we're about to go outside to talk about the engine. All right, so now let's see how it's looking underneath the hood. Okay, so everything is clean here. It's a brand new car, so it's looking great right here. So this Q5, it's powered by a 2-liter i4 engine that can produce around 201 horsepower with 236 pound-feet of torque. So Audi judged that this car can go from 0 to 60 in over 5.5 seconds. So this car, the engine is controlled by a 7-speed S-tronic gearbox, and you have 5 drive modes in the car. So you have auto, dynamic, comfort, and individual. These are the normal Audi Drive Select options, and you do have off-road in this car. So this is great right here, because you have adaptive suspension in the car. Then you have the ability to raise and lower the car because you have that suspension, and you have the ability to take the car off-road. So when you put it in off-road, the car is going to be go higher on the suspensions, and it's going to give you extra ground clearance so you can go off-road with the car. So this is great right here. And on top of it, you have the Quattro all-wheel drive system that will back you up. All right, so you do have great fuel efficiency in this car. So it's 23 miles per gallon in the city and 29 on the highway. All right, so now we are taking the Q5 for a drive. So I am kicking off in comfort mode right now. So the car is pretty chill. So comfort mode is the softest setting in the car. So the steering wheel is very loose. The suspensions are sucking up all the bumps on the road just to make the car feel comfortable as the mode says it. So it's just riding smoothly right now, so just gliding over the bumps. So it's pretty cool when you're on this mode. So the car is just relaxed, so you can just drive easily, so effortless. All right, so now we're taking some corners right here. Let's see just how the car handles. Let's see. All right, okay. So this car, I do not feel the body roll at all in it. So it's handling the corners right here very, very easily. So even in comfort mode, so it's not bad at all. So this car is not too long and it's not too heavy. So the body roll is not terrible at all. So it's pretty comfortable around the turns. You have the Quattro all-wheel drive system that backs you up. So the Quattro all-wheel drive system, what it does, it sends power to the wheel that needed the most. So and I think it can send up to 70% of the power to the back wheel. So this is what you have here. All right, so now I'm gonna take a roundabout just to test out the turning radius and also how the car handles with a tight turn. Let's see. Very okay. Oh, the car is agile, so this is very good. All right, and the car do not feel slow at all. So even though you only have 201 horsepower in the car doesn't feel slow whatsoever. But it's not gonna be the quickest from 0 to 60, but once you pick up the speed, then the car is definitely going. So, and the car feels light, it doesn't feel heavy at all. That's why I'm taking those turns so easily right now. So it doesn't feel like I'm turning like a big giant ship or anything like this. All right, so comfort mode is pretty easy. So you're just here for the ride, that's it. All right, so this car is packed with safety features. So you do have the adaptive cruise control with distancing in the car as standard. And what it does is you can set a distance between the car up front and you. So the car is gonna maintain that when you have the cruise control activated. And since it's cruise control, you're gonna set your speed as well. The car is gonna maintain the speed and the distance between you and the car and the speed that you want. So that's perfect right here. And whenever there's any obstacle in front of you, so the car is just gonna slow down automatically. Also, you have the lane keeping assist with traffic jam assist. So it's gonna keep the car in lane just so you're not swerving all over the place, just in case you're not paying attention for a quick second. That way you're not gonna be getting in other people's lanes. So this is how it is here. All right, so, and of course you have all your airbags in the car. This comes standard in all cars, so no worries about that. Front, knee, and overhead airbags. And also you have the parking assist, which is the camera system that you get in the car. So you have 360 view of the car, so you have top view, and you do have front cameras, side cameras, and then back camera as well as parking sensors to the front and at the back. So you have no reason to hit this car, so it's not gonna be Audi's fault. And also you do have the blind spot assist on this car on both mirrors. That's gonna illuminate when you have a car in your blind spot, and that's a result of the Audi Presense rear. So what it does is just recognize that there is a car in your blind spot and just indicate it to you with the alert on both mirrors. And also you have Presense front, which is gonna help you with collisions. So if you're about to hit something at high speed, so it's gonna help you brake the car as fast as it can just to reduce that impact. All right, so now I'm gonna put the car in dynamic real quick, see how it handles. It says S4. Okay, it picks up really well. So I think the 201 horsepower, I think it's pretty decent for the car, but I feel like it needs more, to be honest. I feel like at least, since it has the same engine as the A4 and the A5, I think they could have put the same amount of power in it, 261 horsepower in it. So I'm not sure why they didn't do it on this car, but it's an SUV and I think it could use all that power. So maybe in the future Audi will do that. But the car feels pretty light to drive, pretty nimble, pretty agile around the corners. So I don't think there's no worries about the driving dynamics in this car. Is pretty cool. But on dynamic mode, which I just did, so the engine reacts better than on comfort mode, because on comfort mode the car is just relaxed, just chilling. But on dynamic mode, so everything is just ready to go. So the throttle response is better, so the engine is just ready to attack. And the steering wheel gets heavier as well, just more sharp and accurate. So this is perfect. The suspension gets stiff, just to make the car more aerodynamics and firm as you're driving fast. So this is good right here. That's what dynamic mode is. And then you do have off-road in the car as well. I'm not gonna do it because there is no off-roading here. It's normal road, so I have no way to test that out. But if you do get the car, definitely you can try it off-road, and it has the mode right here in the Audi Drive Select. Alright, Rider fam, thank you so much for watching this review about the 2024 Audi Q5. So if you have any questions or inquiries about this car or any other car for that matter, feel free to reach out to Juan at Audi West Chapel. He's going to be able to help you out wherever you are in the country. And now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future. And now, until we meet again, let's keep riding.